We need to talk about Tatum Paxley because tonight on NXT, I feel like Tatum Paxley arrived. She had a vignette quite early on in the night and it was gold, man. We finally found out her intentions and that her intentions all revolve around the NXT Women's title. She has followed the Women's title throughout its entire history, beloving the champions that hold the title, including Lyra. It was never an obsession with Lyra, it was always an obsession with the fact Lyra was the NXT Women's Champion. It wasn't a creepy stalker gimmick or anything that people thought it could be. It was in fact just the fact she was champion and Tatum beloved the championship. So when Lyra lost it, there was no reason to be friends with Lyra anymore. And then I love the fact she gave a realization towards the end that now she doesn't need to be with Lyra. She doesn't need to be following Roxanne Perez, who's the current women's champion, because now she could hold the championship. She said it, now it needs to be her. She needs to go for that title, and now Lyra's in the way. Now, while I don't believe for a second that it's connected to Uncle Howdy, I know a lot of people on this channel subscribe to this channel because they love the Uncle Howdy Bray Wyatt world. Guys, Tatum Paxley is all of that. While it's not supernatural or unbelievable, this gimmick has a backstory. It has a character that you can really sink your teeth into and understand the motives of why she's doing what she's doing. And 100%, if you enjoy that kind of realm, 100% check out Tatum Paxley on NXT. In a match that was totally defined and made for me, 100% it was, let's be honest. Thea Hale versus Tatum Paxley. It was all about torture by Tatum tonight. I don't know half the stuff she did, like, what is this submission? Oh my gosh, that looks brutal, man. How would you actually escape this? I actually have no idea, but nonetheless, it would be Tatum Paxley picking up the win, a little bit of help from JC Jane that would cause a massive chase you brawl on the entranceway, distracting from the fact Lyra and Tatum would brawl in the ring. We would then have Ava make the match for Spring Breakin. Roxanne will defend her NXT Women's Championship against Lyra and Tatum in a triple threat. Come on, Tatum Paxley, finish your story. This is things you might have missed from WWE NXT. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. Ridge Holland was back in action tonight on NXT after his not retirement in a match with Joaquin Wilde, where it was all about dishing out punishment. While Wilde would have some offensive, Ridge Holland would dominate to victory. Very cool. Good to see Ridge Holland getting some kind of push. Interestingly though, Shawn Spears was watching this entire match on the entranceway. Ridge would walk past him, but Shawn Spears looked happy with Ridge Holland. Now, this character of Shawn Spears is all about bringing out the ruthlessness in people. Has he done that to Ridge Holland? Ridge is now embracing those demons within him? And if so, is it possible that this is a future team or faction that Shawn Spears is going to try and put together? Lola Vice would defeat Sol Ruka one-on-one tonight. This match obviously ending because of Blair Davenport. As Sol Ruka was going to go for her cartwheel DDT, it was Blair pulling the ropes that meant Sol missed the move, allowing Lola to take advantage. It was Natalya, though, who would pop up on the Tron after the match and challenge Lola Vice to a match NXT Underground in 2 weeks' time on part 2 of Spring Breakin. We found out that Carmen Petrovic will be mentoring Natalya for the NXT Underground match, and Lola Vice hinted that she's going to have someone in her corner. Who that is, we don't know. I'm going to guess someone like Shayna Baszler. Ava thought that Ilia Dragunov needed a match this week before his match with Trick Williams next week, so they did an open challenge. And I'll say it, I love this. This makes so much sense. Open challenge, most of the roster coming out trying to get a shot in a match with the NXT champion just makes sense. Why would you want to sit in catering? Go out there and make a name for yourself in an open challenge. I wish WWE would apply this logic more widespread when it comes to open challenges. In his second NXT TV appearance, though, it would be Javon Evans and Dragunov one-on-one. What a match. Dragunov would pick up the win, but this was super important. We know that Ilia Dragunov is likely going up to the main roster in the draft, and of course, Javon Evans is a brand new sensation for NXT, and he's so young, he's so good. Putting him over, giving him that handshake, just makes sense. It was the return of the Don, Tony D'Angelo, to NXT tonight. And I think him and his family have been busy, as No Quarter Catch crew would come out. And there was very strong hints that Tony and his family took care of a big problem for them. The hint there being that they're hinting that they took out Drew Gulak, who obviously faced serious allegations from Ronda Rousey, and it looks like Drew Gulak is now sleeping with the fishes. Noam Dar would get a one-on-one singles victory tonight over Dijak. Oh no, poor Dijak. I guess now he's going to need retribution for that loss. Ouch. Ivar would defeat Josh Briggs in one-on-one action, while his presentation in ring is no different to the main roster. Once again, they allowed him just to be Ivar the Human in a promo segment. I thought that was pretty nice. We also saw the Authors of Pain absolutely obliterate Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. Absolutely dominant. This is exactly how the Authors of Pain should be booked. I'm so pleased they're on NXT. I wonder as well, with the draft coming up, obviously you see the logo here, the yellow dash in it, that represents NXT. If they get draft picks, you got to imagine the Final Testament. These people that we're seeing in NXT potentially will be drafted permanently to NXT. We really do have a stacked NXT next week. Obviously, it is Spring Breakin night 1. It is spread over 2 weeks. And of course, we are getting not only that triple threat women's title match, but we are getting a beach brawl. Oh, I can't wait for this. This is going to be fun. Let them actually go and fight on the beach, please. That would be so much better, right? The main event put a rivalry to bed tonight as Trick and Melo fought in a steel cage. This match was so good. Security did try to get involved. Melo's security, that is. And I love they had Trick Williams close the door. He didn't want to win by escape. He wanted a definitive end. And he defeated Carmelo Hayes poetically after Carmelo Hayes missed. The man who don't miss missed, and Trick Williams won. And obviously that builds to Trick versus Ilja Dragunov for the NXT Championship. And with the draft looming, you got to now ask the question, was that Carmelo Hayes' last NXT match? Decent show this week, obviously building for next week. Love Tatum Paxley stuff this week. Very fun. 8 out of 10 from me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications. You'll never miss another upload. Like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!